Good morning and welcome to Mangaung Oval in Bloemfontein for this Hollywoodbets Pro20 match, where we see the WSB Western Province take on the Knights. Western Province won the toss and they elected to bat first. With me today again, John Armour. John, welcome.
Thank you, Rafiq. It's a pleasure to be here. Yeah, looking forward to today's play. Weather forecast for today is hot, 34 degrees. We've got wind that might play a role today, Rafiq. With wind at 16 kilometers coming from the northeast side, just over the Willows end here. And yeah, obviously we're playing a T20. Things happen quickly. The ball might be aerial. There's been two changes, or should I say one change per side, with the Western Province side. The leader is stepping out today as Jaylee Philander comes into the side, and then for the Knights women we see Lucian Swartz make way for Mbappe Nsani as she joins the side today.
Yeah, to start off proceedings from the Loch Logan end will be Giselle Janse van Rensburg. The two openers out in the middle for the Western Province team. It looks like Gemma Botha.
It's actually Danae van Niekerk.
So Danae van Niekerk and Gemma Botha it could be. That will start off proceedings for the Western Province team.
As the first ball comes in, just worked to the square leg side, and again we see good running between these two as they get the first run on the mark. And we can confirm that is Gemma Botha who's going to take the striker's end now.
So Giselle Janse van Rensburg's got a fine leg and a third man, 6-3 field.
Beautifully bowled there as it just came back into Gemma Botha. She just pushed onto the offside, no run.
The Western Province team obviously coming off a good win yesterday, a 5-wicket victory. Again, that one just shaping into the right-handed batter, plays and misses.
Yes, Rafiq, we saw Giselle Janse van Rensburg. She did it really well yesterday, right up off the first couple of overs, really getting that ball to move, causing a bit of trouble in the beginning. She set a really offensive field and she's on her marks thus far.
Again, just off the back foot into the covers for another single. Gemma Botha gets off the mark. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting day today. If you look at, we spoke a lot about the running between the wickets yesterday, looking at those the rotation of strike. So that's going to be a few things that we're going to be looking at. Spoke yesterday about the plans and looking at the execution to those plans. Again, just a bit of shape into the right-handed Van Niekerk, and good running again between the two. Immediately we see that's the slip going out, just another fielder in the covers.
Gemma Botha came in a bit earlier yesterday, looking to push the initiative that time. Wasn't able to do so, only scored 11. Looking to do better today.
Again, just that shape into Gemma Botha, into the covers without any addition to the score. That's the end of the first over. Western Province 3 without loss after that first over.
Yeah, good over there by Giselle Janse van Rensburg. She'll be very happy with that. Looking looking to maintain that momentum going into this innings. But we know how dangerous the two are in the middle. Danae van Niekerk unbeaten yesterday.
Experienced Danae van Niekerk yesterday, seeing her team home. As we see Jamila Sheikji taking the new ball for the Knights from the Willows end. So she's coming to the side, replacing Lucian Swartz. She's got a third man and a sweeper out on the offside. 7-2 field, it seems like. Slip in place. Spoke yesterday about 7-2 fields. Just forcing you to bowl a bit wider. Yeah, no fine leg in place. Vacant fine leg area. Not always a fan of these 7-2 fields because it does force you to bowl a bit wider and take a couple of modes of dismissal out of the game.
Yeah, I'm personally also not a big fan of it. It's a massive vacant area there. But let's see, there's definitely a plan they're looking to play towards.
And as that first ball just down leg for wide. Spoke about the plans and the execution.
Yes, Rafiq.
Cannot bowl that line with this field.
No, especially in a T20, Rafiq, it's so costly. Those extra runs really come back to haunt you.
Better this time on the money. Jamila Sheikji gets the Danae van Niekerk to come forward, just defends that into the covers. Yeah, we saw yesterday plenty of extras, over 30 extras from both sides, and both teams would like to be a bit more disciplined today. Again, just to straight, picked up over that mid-wicket area. Spoke about the importance of executing to your fields, and unfortunately with this field, Jamila Sheikji cannot afford to bowl too straight.
No, you cannot afford to bowl too straight, especially to the former skipper of the Proteas side. She's not going to miss out on those. And yeah, Rafiq, it's I've got to be honest, like it can be frustrating if you see there's a plan and obviously the first two deliveries it's not working. Yeah. So looking to recover, yeah.
Driven hard into the covers by Danae van Niekerk. Well stopped there by Luyanda and Zuza. But again, just too full. Lucky to get away with that. A meter to the left or right of that fielder could have seen Danae get another boundary, yeah.
I think what would you say is the thought process at the moment with the Western Province women's side? Electing to bowl yesterday, electing to bat today, backing themselves to get a big score on the board?
Yeah, we saw the depth in their batting yesterday. Obviously a good wicket also. And always good to get the runs on the board. We spoke yesterday about that scoreboard pressure. I think that they do back themselves and to post a decent total, and with a decent bowling attack also to defend that. Saw good bowling yesterday from the two openers, Caitlin Weingard and Tatum LaRue, and obviously well backed up by those two spinners as well, Gemma Botha and Kayla Reinaker. Again, short and wide, with cut into the covers. Well stopped there by, looks like the captain is Alceliers.
As you see his fielding change, as third man comes up into the ring and mid-on drops to long off. Still a 7-2 field.
So that's the end of the second over. After 2 overs, 8 without loss, WSB, Western Province.
Just looking at that over with Danae van Niekerk facing on the non-strikers end, Gemma Botha's covering 3 meters, I would say. backing up, getting ready for that run.
So good awareness. We saw yesterday a number of the Knights batters not really always backing up, not having the awareness out in the middle. To continue from the Loch Logan end, Giselle Janssen van Rensburg, she's got a fine leg and a third man out. Again, short and wide, cut through the covers for 4 by Gemma Botha. Cannot afford to give them any width, and that length as well, just allowing Gemma Botha to get on the back foot and cut that through the covers.
Beautiful shot there from Gemma Botha, carving it through the offside field. Nothing you can do there. Beautiful shot, 4 runs.
This time just up to the bat and driven hard to that mid off area.
Yeah, Rafiq, we saw yesterday how crucial it is to capitalize on the new ball. The Knights will be looking to break the opening partnership, get a couple of wickets in this first power play. It was costly yesterday, not being able to get those wickets, not being able to take the few chances that did come.
Again up to the bat and Gemma Botha, good shot there, past that extra cover fielder for 4.
Gemma Botha pushing the initiative, starting off strong here, making a statement. We spoke yesterday about putting pressure on the bowler, and she is not allowing Giselle Janssen van Rensburg to settle here.
Again, a big swing, playing a miss there from Gemma Botha, but she's come out and she shows what her intentions are. Looking to get on with the game, looking to take the game forward. Dangerous player, Gemma Botha.
Yeah, Rafiq, you know, you set your field, and to an extent, Giselle Janssen van Rensburg hasn't bowled poorly. It's been a bit too full, but when she's still beating your field, she's beating your field. What do you do from there?
Again up to the bat, through the covers, just through that point area, and they're going to go through for 2. So a good start here by the Western Province team, looking to capitalize in this power play with the 2 fielders out. Spoke about the importance of the Knights wanting to strike with that new ball, looking to get those early wickets. Last ball of the 3rd over. Again, just a play and a miss there. So after 3 overs, 18 without loss. Gemma Botha on 11, Danai van Niekerk on 6. Good start here by the Western Province team.
Great start here. We keep going on from here. I'm just thinking, Rafiq, we saw the fielding positions set out. I actually think the sweeper would have been much better with Giselle Janssen van Rensburg for that over. She's been consistent on the offside. Gemma Botha has done really well to pierce the offside field. I'm just wondering, she's been bowling so well, the fine leg hasn't really been in play.
Yeah.
As we see with this field, there is the sweeper, there is no fine leg.
Interesting, only
one
fielder out. So, not sure what's happening, but just the sweep out. Again, a 7-2 field. And again, just to straight, Danai van Niekerk capitalizing there, playing that ball through that between extra cover, or between mid-wicket and mid-on for 4.
Yeah, and it's that fielder that previous over was long on, has come up into the ring for the first ball of this new over, gone to mid-on. There's the discussions in the middle about the field. There's been no changes.
I honestly don't understand this.
And now the long on fielder does go out.
difficult to understand why you'd only want to have one fielder out in the power play, but we have two out at the moment. Again, just an inside edge, bottom edge there by Danae van Niekerk.
Yeah, Rafik, you were speaking about it closing yesterday's match, that you would have liked to see a bit more plans, a bit more intentionality with decisions. So far, gotta be honest, we're not seeing the plans as clear as we would like with the fielding selections.
Yeah, very questionable plans. And also the execution to the plan.
As Danae advances over extra cover.
That's a maximum.
And that's a maximum from Danae van Niekerk, the first one of the day. And she is not waiting around. Beautiful shot.
Two very attacking batters out there in the middle. So this night's bowlers will have to be on the button as far as the execution is concerned. And again, we see a change in the field after that. That sweeper coming into the ring. It seems like that fielder going out to that deep mid-wicket boundary. So we do now have a 6-3 field. Two players out long on, deep mid-wicket. Still that vacant area, that fine leg area. Looks very enticing. Again, just looking to create that length. Playing that one down to that long on fielder for one. Danae van Niekerk.
What they've been doing really well is, the sweeper has been out, but they've been clearing the extra cover fielder. They've not even made use of the sweeper as of yet. They've really been doing well selecting the areas they hit. So we do see a deep mid wicket, long on, still no one behind square on the leg side. As we see a full delivery, and it's carved just behind point, and that will run away for 4 as well. Beautiful shot.
Gemma Botha making sure that she squeezes that one through that area behind point for 4. And again, the runs keep on flowing here. This partnership, this opening partnership now on 33. Van Niekerk on 17, Botha on 15. And it's come at a decent rate here.
Oh, and again, Gemma Botha playing that cut shot extremely late, going through the slip cordon region and running down to third man for another 4. Excellent over for the Western Province women. The over finishes 37 for the loss of none after 4. Rafik, looking at the field, talking about game plans, as a bowler, you're looking at where do you bowl, and you were mentioning, I always would like to think keep as many wicket-taking options as possible available to you. With that 6-3 field and no one behind square on the leg side, you're really making it difficult to come close to the wickets. But then also you've got the boundary riders on the leg side, so it feels a bit counterproductive.
Absolutely, you get the feeling that with the two fielders out on the leg side that you're looking to bowl a bit straighter, but can you bowl straighter without the fine leg? No. So just questionable plans at the moment. And we spoke about this yesterday, where we just said that for them to come back today and put up an improved performance, they've got to come out with better plans and execute to that. So after the first 4 overs, we've spoken at length about just the plans, and it looks that as if there's a lot of indecision. Players not really knowing where they want to go to. As we see a change again, one of the fielders in the covers coming out to that square leg position, and for the bowling change from the lock Logan end, Zintle Kula, fine leg, long on out. Again, just some width played into the covers. Again, you see the two fielders out on the leg side, the fine leg and the long on. Just some width off it there. Lucky to that ball went straight to that extra cover fielder.
I just wanted to say, Gemma Botha and Van Niekerk has been really doing well getting through that offside cover region. As you see a full toss, Tossed up.
That.
Oh, and there's an opportunity goes begging. Really good effort at extra cover region. But wasn't able to get a hand to it. First half chance of the day.
But fortunate there for Denay van Niekerk. We saw yesterday a couple of catches go down. But that's another single to the total. Brings Gemma Botha on strike. Again, just a play to that fielder at backward point. A better length there from Zintle Kula. Gemma Botha loves the ball to be slightly fuller. If it is full in her area, she goes hard at it. Again, just off the back foot, another drop catch there. Giselle Janssen van Rensburg at mid-off, putting that down. Spoke about it earlier on about the missed chances yesterday, and you've got to hold on to those. Yes. Gemma Botha gets a life.
First drop catch of the day, and as yesterday continues today, it's again Giselle Janssen van Rensburg that drops the catch at mid-off. Big chance goes begging.
So life for Gemma Botha on 19. All bowled there by Zintle Kula. So one ball left in this fifth over. So we see another change to the field. Fine leg coming up in the ring and the sweeper going out. So long on out, sweep out on the offside for this last ball in the fifth over.
What do you think is the thinking here, Rafiq? Where do you bowl? Full and wide?
Yeah, Denay van Niekerk looking to play that through the leg side. But again, with that field, obviously you can't leave the stumps because no fielders behind the wicket.
End of the fifth, 39 for the loss of none, with that one drop catch and then over. Much better over.
Yeah, better over. Only 2 runs coming from that. You see a bowling change from the Willows end. Yolandi Potgieter into the attack. She does look to take the pace off. Look to bowl wicket to wicket. She's got a sweeper out. A long on out.
She was expensive yesterday in her first 2 overs, going for 17. She will be hoping and looking to get her areas, get that breakthrough for the Knights women here this morning. This is the last over of the power play. It's been a good power play for the Western Province women.
Yeah, Western Province batting at almost 8 and over at the moment.
Stepping across.
Again,
okay.
Over that extra cover fielder is going to run away for 4. So Gemma Botha loves it if it's pitched up to her, not holding back, showing intent, clearing the fielders in the cover.
Really been doing well, moving those feet and accessing areas that you don't necessarily have access to. And it's so difficult to set a field with someone who's making use of their feet.
Again,
big chance.
And
Oh
it's
no!
Not taken. 2 fielders converging on that, and in the end, that ball just not going to hand. Another chance for the Knights, not taken there. Just looking at early on at Gemma Botha's guard, it's almost like she's standing on off stump. wanting the bowler to bowl it straighter to her and looking to go through that leg side area, but getting that thick outside edge.
Advancing again. It's the backward point. Rafiq, we were hoping to see an improved Knights fielding performance, but we've seen two big chances go begging, and unfortunately, not getting a hand to it.
Yeah, it looked like a fairly easy chance in the end. That ball just crossed the line again from Danai van Niekerk over that mid-wicket fielder. They're going to come back for 2. Over mid-off, and again it's going to run away for 4. So the Western Province batters really putting the Knights bowlers to the sword here, putting them under pressure. And that's the 50 up for the Western Province team, and it comes off only 36 balls, 8 fours and 1 6 in this opening partnership between Danai van Niekerk and Gemma Botha. Van Niekerk on 24, Botha 25. Excellent start here by the Western Province team.
Yeah, excellent start here. They can do nothing wrong at this moment.
Again, straight over the bowler's head for 4.
Yeah, beautiful shot there, much more strength.
That's the end of the power play after 6 overs. Western Province 54 without loss.
Wow, Rafiq, dominating power play there from the Western Province women.
Gotta also say that the execution from the bowlers and the plans very questionable.
Yeah, it's cost them. It's cost them.
They did have those 2 chances. Chance to get rid of Danai van Niekerk with that catch being dropped by Giselle Janssen van Rensburg in that mid-off area, and then in the previous over, or the 5th over, missed opportunity there with the ball not going to hand. 2 fielders just looking to get under it, and eventually none of them committing to the catch. So the 7th over from the Loch Logan end will be bowled by to continue, and continuing will be Zintle Kula. Immediately you see 4 fielders out, long off, long on. Got a sweeper out on the offside, deep mid wicket.
No square leg, Rafiq.
Yep. Again, some width offered, full pitch delivery. Gemma Botha having a big swing at that, playing and missing.
Zintle Kula has done well so far to restrict the runs, stay within the channels required of her. She'll be looking to continue and hopefully get that first wicket for Knights women.
Again, just into the covers. They're going to go through for a quick single.
Oh, excellent running there. Straight to the field at extra cover, but Danai van Niekerk and Gemma Botha made the call early, and they've taken off. And that's again that running, Rafiq.
The big difference. One of the big differences between the two teams yesterday. Western Province team running well between the wickets compared to the Free State team. Saw them struggling yesterday. Couple of runouts again. Danai van Niekerk just getting across a wicket, just working that through to the leg side for 1.
She's really been doing that well so far this innings. Danai van Niekerk and Gemma Botha moving across their wickets, making space, and they've just been playing at free will.
Yeah, she's just looking to get into that bowler's channel, access the leg side. Again, good shot there by Gemma Botha through the covers. Should only be one, and it is only one. As Ilandre Janse van Rensburg is it Mian Naismith there on that sweeper boundary, just mopping up and making sure that she keeps it to one. Again, looking to play across the line, playing and missing. Yeah, Zintle Kula has bowled well. She's been the one bowler this morning that has really got the ball into decent areas.
Yeah. With one ball coming still in her second over, she's only gone for 5 runs and she's just kept to the basics. She's just find that good length. Danae van Niekerk trying to play across the line a couple times. So Dekula would like to finish this over well.
Into the covers for one again. Just keep that scoreboard ticking over. After 7 overs, 58 without loss. Batting at a rate of 8.3 at the moment, these two batters. Very good opening partnership for the WSB Western Province team.
Just thinking for the Knights women, who do they turn to? How can they stop the bleeding? How can they start adding pressure? Both batsmen in the middle, really comfortable, really confident in their skills, really moving well in the crease, playing offside. We've seen over extra cover. We've seen them play behind square, going across the line to deep square leg, deep mid wicket, straight over the bowler's head. They've really done well to make it very difficult for a bowler to restrict them.
Yeah, and you spoke about who they're going to turn to, and they do turn to that to the leg spinner Evodia Yakele. She's in the attack. Deep square, deep mid wicket, long on, long off out. Bowled well yesterday. 10 overs, 1 for, was it 33 or 34? She's going to come around the wicket to Danae van Niekerk.
I think it's a good option here. We saw how Danae van Niekerk didn't like pace off the ball yesterday. She likes pace on. She likes to work with her pace, head hard. So we'll have to see heading into the wind. Double
Full
steps.
toss.
One bounce. Takes 1 run.
Yeah, so not a great start from Evodia Yakele, but as we saw, these two Western Province batters looking to put all the bowlers under pressure. Gemma Botha also advancing, looking to use her feet. That time around, just straight back to the bowler. Again, slow through the air from Evodia Yakele, and that ball was being played to that deep square leg fielder for one.
I think both openers for the Western Province women just can calm down for a moment. They have got the runs on the board. They don't need to clear the boundary. Take the singles that offer. And she double steps again. Oh no! Oh no! As we see Danae van Niekerk advancing, she had given up, getting back to her crease, but the keeper has missed the ball completely ready, and she has stumbled. Danae van Niekerk looks back and cannot believe her luck, as she was already on her way back to the cloaks.
Yeah, again, missed opportunity there. Cannot afford that against the quality opposition, the likes of Danae van Niekerk. Again, advancing, using her feet, playing that one down to long on for one. So after 8 overs, 61 without loss. The Knights had some chances, unfortunately not taking any of them. Not a great great morning for them, especially looking at the plans and the execution as well from the bowlers.
Yeah, Yakile's really done well in that over. She's slowed it down. She created the opportunity, Rafiq. But unfortunately, that's the third chance, big chance that goes begging, and giving Danae van Niekerk 2 lifelines like that, you've got to take your chances.
So another spinner in the attack from the Loch Logan end, Mianai Smith. So it's going to be spin from both ends.
Yeah, what we saw yesterday, Mianai Smith getting a couple of those big breakthroughs the Knights needed at the time. She likes to bring pace onto the ball. We also saw that Danae van Niekerk likes pace on the ball, and she was able to glide that behind square. And so it's going to be interesting. There's no 45 on the offside. We've got a long on, long off, deep mid wicket, deep square leg.
Again, that line, just that straighter line, cost her yesterday, and again this time quicker and to down the leg side. Danae van Niekerk helping that along the way for another boundary.
Yeah, we just spoke about Danae van Niekerk wanting pace on the ball, and she saw the line was going down leg, and she just helped it on its way. Excellent batting, you must say, Rafiq.
Absolutely. Again, first ball of the over, bowler under pressure. Across the line to that deep mid-wicket fielder, and it's taken this time by Annika Swart. Danae van Niekerk looking to play that across the line over that deep mid-wicket fielder's head. Unfortunately for her, she's got to go. On 36, Danae van Niekerk loses the wicket. That's the first wicket down for the Western Province team. 65 for 1 into the 9th over.
Yeah, third time's the charm for Danae van Niekerk as Annika Swart takes a really good catch at deep mid wicket. Damage has been done. The Knights would be looking to get back into this game from here. 65 for 1 after 8. There's still 4 balls to remain in this over, and Mianai Smith again gets the breakthrough for the Knights.
Just like she did yesterday, gets the big wicket of Danae van Niekerk today. As we see the new batter making her way to the crease, to the middle. Lara Goodall played well yesterday. Unfortunately, I had to retire. Maybe suffering from a bit of dehydration. It was very hot yesterday in Bloemfontein at least. Today there's a bit of a breeze.
Goodall also unbeaten yesterday, having to retire. Fatigue, some bit of dehydration, cramping. She comes back into the middle. We've got that left hand, right hand combination again.
So Smith to continue. She's got a sweep out on the offside, long off, long on. And a fielder out in that deep mid wicket position.
So coming around the wicket.
Coming around the wicket, and it's interesting that she's got 5 fielders out on the leg side for the left-handed Lara Goodall.
Wanting to come straight to Rafiq. Trying to get that purchase.
Driven down the ground to long on for 1. And immediately Goodall is off the mark. Saw some good strike rotation yesterday from the Western Province team.
You see Sweeper come out for Gemma Botha. It's long off, long on, deep mid wicket and square leg.
Gemma Botha using her feet. Eventually looking to almost lap that to that 40 short fine leg fielder. Again this time, slog sweep to that deep mid wicket fielder for 1.
catch in the long off region. A couple bounces short as Goodall gets 1 run, and that's the end of the 9th over, 68 for 1. Rafik, we spoke about taking control of the game again. That's what Yakile and Miane Smith has done. Just bowling to the field, and the last 2 overs have been good for the Knights.
Much better. The 2 spinners in the attack, and saw that previous ball. Lara Goodall sometimes just looks to lean back, not transferring her weight. She has a tendency of playing the ball aerially. But the 2 spinners have definitely brought some sanity back into this Knights bowling attack, Knights innings. So we see Yakele to continue from the Willows end. She's got a deep square, deep mid wicket, long on and a long off out. Bowling over the wicket to the left-handed Lara Goodall. Again slow and over that extra cover area for 4.
A powerful shot by Goodall.
Extra cover mid wicket area. So Goodall just slow through the air from Yakele, and Goodall up to it.
As memory serves, I can't recall if Yakele bowled to Goodall yesterday. So interesting matchup here.
Yeah, just that ball just going between that over mid wicket almost to the left of the long on fielder for 4.
Yeah, we see a change of angle as Yakele comes around the wicket.
Again, Goodall down to long on for 1. All these Western Province batters have come out and showed intent. Goodall has moved on to 7. Gemma Botha on 29. So again, left-right hand combination out in the middle. Gemma Botha looking to advance and play that through the leg side. Unfortunately, not making any contact.
Gemma Botha really trying to go hard at the ball here with Yakele bowling.
Again coming down the wicket, using her feet, playing that to that fielder in that long on area for 1.
Rafik, I would just like, with Yakele taking so much pace off the ball, just a bit of composure from Gemma Botha, knowing that she's really trying to swing too hard at it, take the runs on offer. We know Miane Smith brings it a bit faster, there's a bit more for her to work on.
Again, aerial up in the air, just short of long off.
Aerial ball from Goodall as it just teases long off, bouncing short.
So you just get the feeling that something could happen here. Again, Gemma Botha using her feet this time around, down the ground to long off for 1.
Now that brings the end of the 10th over, 76 for 1. Yeah, I feel that there's got to be a sense of urgency. Yakele is getting, because she's taking so much pace off the ball, it's frustrating the batsmen. They want to feel the bat on ball. They're not getting the power they want, and the chances are coming. We've seen numerous times now the ball being teased to long on, long off. They're really trying to play hard across their line, missing it. So definitely something to work with here. And Miane Smith coming from the other side, I think there's definitely something she can take away from that. Take the pace off the ball. They want pace, and see what you can do. You've got your fielders out. They still have to clear them.
Pace off at the moment, very effective. working for the Knights. Yeah, Naismith continues from the Loch Logan end. Gemma Botha advances again, using her feet, playing it along the ground to long off for one. Sonia Naismith to Laura Goodall. She's going to sweep her out, long off, long on, in a deep mid wicket. 5 fielders out on the leg side.
Gemma Botha has almost advanced every ball for the spinners. I'd like to see a bit more awareness, be ready for it to come.
Verse. Not a bad option by Laura Goodall. You big vacant area here, third man area. Some good spatial awareness. This time just through the covers to that sweeper for one.
Excellent batting by Goodall. As you say, Rafiq, spatial awareness. Low risk shot that the reverse sweep again with the spin, with no 45 in place. Let's see Mia Naismith against Gemma Botha here.
Again using her feet, but straight to mid wicket this time.
I would just like Mia Naismith to pick up on that and say, you know what, she's probably going to come down, be aware of it, pull it a bit back.
Again advancing down the wicket to long off, should only be one.
Yeah, Rafiq, it's just Gemma Botha's really doing well to get to the pitch of the ball. Just Goodall gets ready to face. But straight to this time, happy to defend it, and that brings the end of the over, end of the 11th, 7-9 for 1.
So both the spinners, Yakele and Smith, just going for about 5 and over, pulling it back slightly here for the Knights after an excellent start by the WSB Western Province team. Spin to continue, Yakela to continue into a third over. Just got a long off, long on, deep mid wicket and a deep square out. And as we saw in the previous overs, definitely we'll see Gemma Botha advancing and using her feet here. Again coming down the wicket. Hit hard to that long off fielder just for one.
You know, I would like to see a bit more awareness, Rafiq. It's not even been a tendency, it's every delivery she's been coming down the track. Surely you've got to pick up on that as a spinner. Try something, you know she's coming. Good old advance, hitting it straight down the ground for 1 bounce 4.
Excellent shot there by Laura Goodall, getting to the pitch of it and playing it over the bowler's head for 4. Again, up in the air, it's taken this time by Annika Swart, that long on area. So that's the end of Laura Goodall. She departs for 13. The Western Province team 84 for 2 after 11.3 overs.
Yakele getting the breakthrough, pace off the ball. Annika Swart taking her second catch of the match, and we could just sense it with her bowling. They're trying to clear the boundary, not getting all of it. Goodall playing a good innings of 13 runs of 10 deliveries. Bit of an unforced error, Rafiq. Just having scored the boundary, just take the run option. But nonetheless, the wicket has fallen. Knights have that second wicket. It's 84 for 2 as we are in the 12th over, 3 balls to come. as we see Reineke make her way to the middle.
Kayla Reineke came into bat fairly low down the order yesterday, coming in at 4 today. Yeah, you just get the feeling that Western Province batters looking to go hard the whole time. There's not much in between, and
Swart has been looking lively on the field yesterday and today. Well deserves taking those 2 catches, making it look comfortable, and it's what the Knights women have needed, taking those chances.
So spin working here for the Knights as we see. Look at this field, long off, long on out, deep mid wicket, and a sweep out on the offside. Kayla to Reineke. That one's played to that sweep on the offside, just for 1.
Rafiq, you've not made a projected score as of yet, having got it bang on yesterday with a 220. What do you think is the score today to beat?
Yeah, with the start, and again, up in the air, taken. That's the end of Gemma Botha.
We see a second wicket fall in this Yakile over. We knew Gemma Botha has been looking to double step, looking to clear the boundary this time, not successfully, as Giselle Janssen van Rensburg takes a catch on long on. Yeah, and how quickly things change. Gemma Botha departs for 34 runs after 31 deliveries, having hit 5 fours. And the Western Province women find themselves 85 for 3 in this 12th over.
I've got to say that the 2 spinners have really pulled it back here for the Knights. Great start from this Western Province team. With the start that they had, we initially maybe thought they could get close to that 200 mark. As it is, things being pulled back, I think they would do well to get to that 160 mark.
Yeah, Rafiq, it's always in cricket, it's always about those small matchups. Bowl it to the right batsman. It's all those good things, like those competitions, and Yakile has really done well to take off the pace of the ball. It's really difficult to clear the ground, especially with no pace, and it's really worked. We saw Goodall, we saw Verniekerk and Gemma Botha struggling with the pace off, and it's definitely working here today. As Leah Jones, the captain, makes her way to the middle to face the last delivery of this 12th over.
If you look at all three of those dismissals, caught on the boundary, players looking to clear the boundary.
And she defends that last delivery, bringing the end of the 12th. Excellent over for the Knights women. 2 wickets fallen. It's 85 for 3 after 12. Yeah, I would have liked to see the Western Province women just rotate the strike a bit more there, Rafiq.
Absolutely.
Not knowing that there's no pace, knowing there's not much on offer, we said just that game awareness. It's very difficult, especially also hitting into the breeze from the Willows end as Mianay Smith continues from the Loch Logan end for her 3rd over.
Yeah, we did say that there was a bit of a wind to consider, that attention to detail. Players still looking to clear the boundary into the wind. Again, just too quick, and down the leg side again. Seeing the pace off, very effective for the Knights. She does tend at times just to bowl it quickly into the legs.
Yeah, as we see sweeper come up and square leg go back to deep square leg. So long off, long on, deep mid wicket, deep square leg. We've got a 5-4 field on the leg side for Leah Jones, facing her second delivery. Working that down to the long on region.
So Leah Jones gets off the mark with that single. 2 new batters at the crease at the moment. Knights would be well aware of that. Looking to get that run rate down. Swept.
Oh, beautifully swept by Reineke as it goes all the way to the deep square leg boundary. Was on it early, got into position, excellently done, and we just saw deep square leg come back into the ring as sweeper went out on the offside. 4 runs. Reineke and Jones would be looking to rebuild a partnership here, steady the ship, but also keep that scoreboard ticking.
Again, another sweep shot. Big LBW appeal. Reineke not executing as before, but you do sense that, and as we say that deep square leg does go out, because she did look to access that area. Sweeper coming back into the ring. Driven down the ground for 1 by Kayla Reineke.
Dot to finish the 13th over. It's 92 for 3 after 13.
Now the 2 spinners, Yakela and Smith, really doing well at the moment here for the Knights. They've pulled it back nicely. That rate achieved now just over the 7. Spinners very effective here. You might just see Mzuza also turning her arm later on. So Yakela to bowl the last over here from the Willow's End. And slow through the air, pulled through to that to the leg side field for 1. Good fielding done there by, looks like Yolandi Potgieter. Straight to mid-wicket this time.
Simply no pace on offer. Really having to force the ball to go anywhere for Leah Jones. Coming down the track.
Past the extra cover fielder just for 1. Anika Swart. It's been good in the field today.
Yakela wouldn't mind that. Moving the feet, only going for 1.
Again, no pace to work with. Yakela has bowled well here today. She's got 2 balls left in her spell. Swept again, this time to the right of that deep square leg fielder for 4.
Excellent shot there, really timing it well. Kayla Reineke beating 45 leg on the leg side and deep square leg, finding that gap. Beautiful shot for 4 as they move to 98 runs.
Again looking to sweep, not making any contact this time around. But that's the end of the 14th over. After 14 overs, WSB Western Province 98 for 3. Yakele finishes her spell, 4 overs, 2 for 23. And between her and Mia Naismith, they've really managed to pull this back for the Knights. You see a bowling change from the Loch Logan end. Leanda Nzuza comes into the attack. She's going to bowl to Leah Jones, who's on 2. You see a deep square, deep mid wicket, long off, long on out. Driven past extra cover. That long off fielder has to run to a left, cuts it off, and they go through for another 2 runs. And that's the 100 up for the Western Province team. 100 of 86 balls, 14 fours and 1 6. Again over the bowler's head to that long off fielder. Should only be 1. And it's kept down to 1.
Now, WSB Western Province women getting to the 100th, having an incredibly good start, strong power play, but Yakele and the spinners taking those wickets and bringing things under control again for them. As Nzuza makes one work hard, pushing a bit faster through the air. Reinicke just gliding that behind backward point for a single. Floats it up wide this time. That's only the 2nd extra so far, Rafiq.
They've been good in that regard today. Spoke about the extras yesterday. Much more disciplined performance with the ball today.
Going
over the covers.
Coming back for a second. They make it comfortably. Leah Jones, you can sense she's just trying to get the urgency up, just trying to push the initiative, get the scoreboard ticking, wanting to push, looking to probably get that 140, 150 mark.
Off the back foot this time to that deep mid wicket fielder for 1. Eight runs so far from this Nzuza over. It's been a much better over for the Western Province team.
Oh, it's this one just gets a bit more bounce, a bit awkward for Reinicke. She just hits it back to Nzuza to end off the over with a dot. 106 for 3 after 15.
So 5 overs to go. It's going to be interesting to see who bowls the last 5 overs. As we see Zintle Kula back into the attack from the Willows end.
Zintle Kula has done really well in her first 2 overs, only going for 6 runs at a time when the WSB Western Province women were scoring freely. The Knights women would be looking for the same now, restricting the run flow. As we can see, a offside sweeper. We've got a long off, long on, and deep mid wicket. As 45 on the leg side moves into the square leg region, so no fine leg, no cover.
Jones looking to play across the line through the leg side, playing and missing. So a good start again here from Kula.
And she'll be happy with that. Jones looking to try play across the line into the breeze here. She's got a deep mid wicket, she's got a long on. She'll be happy with that shot selection. Just trying to add pressure. And
Up
Jones
in the
goes,
air. Taken again. Annika Swart taking her third catch.
yeah, Sinte Kula taking a wicket. Jones has to depart. Annika Swart taking her third wicket for the day, and we could see again it's difficult to clear the boundary straight against a bit of this breeze. Jones goes for 8 after 11 deliveries, and yeah, that's the 4th wicket down for the Western Province women. Great bowling these last 5 overs, you would say.
Definitely pulled it back. But you've got to question the approach also of the Western Province batters. All of them looking to go hard, looking to clear the boundary, hitting into the wind, all just holding up. And that's the 3rd catch taken on the boundary. 3 of those, 4th catch taken on the boundary, 3 of those taken by Annika Swart. And the other obviously taken on the long on boundary by Giselle Janssen van Rensburg. So that rate achieved now below 7. Spoke about it earlier on with the start that they had. They would look set to get a big total. At the moment, 150, 160 on the cards.
We've just seen a bit of reckless play, playing across the line, going really hard at the ball, as we see Sio taking her mark, having had an excellent innings as well yesterday, looking dangerous with the bat. Same field set for her. Got a sweeper, long off, long on, deep mid wicket. She goes wide and umpire calls wide. So you're taking almost an off stump guard there.
Saw the same from Gemma Botha earlier on. Again, well bowled there by Zintle Kula. Look to a little bit of shape away there from the right-handed batter.
Really bowled well there.
Three balls left in the Skula over. Again, just played into the covers. So a bit of pressure created here by the Knights bowlers. Spinners have done well, and Zintle Kula now also into her 3rd over, really bowling well.
Advancing, missing, big swing, big miss. And
Just sense that the Western Province team in boundary mode,
yeah,
looking to go hard at every ball almost. Nothing much in between.
they've been playing so gracefully this last 2 days, scoring the singles, rotating the strike. In the last couple of overs, you just sense it stride up a bit, almost becoming a bit desperate, swinging hard.
Again, played through the leg side. Should only be 1. Potgieter cleans up in that deep mid-wicket position. So good over there from Zintle Kula. Her 3 overs, 1 for 8. After 16 overs, Western Province, 108 for 4. Got to say that the Knights team have really done well. Managed to pull this back.
Now they have indeed been able to pull it back so far, but we know how much damage can be done in the last 4 overs. So they'll be looking to finish strong here, maintain that momentum. But just speaking again to what is required from a batting unit, you need to keep looking to rotate the strike. Batsmen adding a lot of pressure to themselves here, looking for that glory shot, looking for the big maximum. Not been able to get it right, as we see Giselle Janssen van Rensburg come back into the attack.
Now Giselle back into the attack. She's got a deep mid wicket, long off, long one out, and a sweep out on the offside. As she asked that square leg fielder to come across to that 45 on the offside. Again, a big swing taken. That ball just looping to Nzuza in that extra cover position, and she takes the catch. And that's the 5th wicket down for the Western Province team. Sio departs.
Yeah.
Again, just have to question their approach here.
Yeah, Giselle Janssen van Rensburg been really doing well, hitting her length, just hits her length. Sio trying to go for the glorious shot, trying to go over extra cover, but not there to hit, and it just finds Nzua at extra cover, and the 5th wicket goes down. Western Province women 108 for 5 starting the 17th over, and I think the Knights would be happy with this.
Very happy if you consider the start that they had. And Kelsey Adams makes her way to the crease.
Yeah, but it's been something, we're both sitting here a bit with a question mark, Rafiq. You know, we've seen such intelligent batting by the Western Province women yesterday and starting off today, and the last 6 overs it's come apart a bit. Just decision making, getting back to those basics, adding a lot of pressure to themselves. So Kelsey Adams gets ready to take her first delivery as she gets her mark ready.
Just in boundary mode at the moment, Western Province. Nothing much in between. Still got to work hard and maybe work to rotate that strike, keep the scoreboard ticking over. It seems very likely that they'll fall short of what their target was at the beginning of the, or after the power play. It looks set to have a big score here. Would do well to get to 150 at the moment.
Yeah, Kelsey Adams happy to let the first one go. Yeah, a lot of feedback I think the Knights can also be taking away from this going into their batting. They run chase.
Again, well bowled there by Giselle Janssen van Rensburg. Spoke about 150. It's more likely going to end up between 130 and 140. Driven. Good stop there by Nzuza in that extra cover position, making sure that keeps it down to 1.
I'm going to try and make an educated guess. As you did yesterday, I'm going to say 132.
Again, well bowled, just not great fielding off her own bowling.
Yeah, you bowl well and you think the job is done. Unfortunately, it's not, and the single is conceded. But really great over here from Giselle Janssen van Rensburg, getting that wicket, and she's been very economical today. Looking to finish her 3rd over strong.
Past the bat. She does finish strong in that after 3 overs at the moment, just conceding that 15 runs and picking up that wicket in this over. So the Knights, a lot of momentum at the moment. 110 for 5 Western Province, 3 overs to go. Kula to continue from the Willows end.
We gave high praise yesterday and early this morning to the Western Province women and their batting. But unfortunately there were question marks yesterday with the bowling effort. And it will be important for them today to be on their mark. Again, we were speaking about the extras. The Knights women have come back well. Only 3 extras conceded thus far. But we'll have to see a good effort from the Western Province women bowling setup.
I agree. Advancing again, Kayla Reineke, straight to that long off fielder, just for one.
She shows signs of frustration, Kayla Reineke. She's been quieter than she would like. Been difficult to get away the ball, especially with no pace.
Yeah, much better execution here by the Knights bowlers. Kula also looking to take the pace off. Again, just outside the off stump, straight to that backward point fielder. The Knights would be well pleased with this.
One thing I always feel, Rafiq, when it comes to T20 and you think you've got to score runs, everyone thinks in front of the wicket, over the bowler's head, forgetting the access behind square. I think there's been a lot of runs on offer there.
Again, going past the bat.
And we saw them do that well yesterday. Just become a bit more two-dimensional today, looking to score in front of the wicket, trying to hit the ball hard. Maybe a change of tactics is required.
Down to long on, should only be one. And it is going to only be one. Good work done here by Giselle Janssen van Rensburg on this long on boundary. And again, you just sense that Zintle Kula looks to take the pace off at times. It's been very effective. It's going to be interesting to see what the approach is from the Western Province bowlers. You mentioned that the discipline needs to be up there.
Advancing, Kayla
up in the
Reineke,
air.
high in the sky, long on, settles
Taken.
and takes the catch. Giselle Janssen van Rensburg. As you see, Kayla Reineke departs. And Western Province women now 112 for 6 in this 18th over. Yeah, Reineke leaving for 15 runs after 14 deliveries. You know, Rafiq, as a batting unit, what is the discussion? Because we've seen most of the Western Province women departing, trying to hit straight, trying to clear the boundary, and you've got to be honest, no one's been close to even clearing this long on boundary. So, you know, just change of tactics maybe.
Yeah, it's still, as we said, every run matters in this format. There's a lot of ones and twos still out there, but most of the batters getting caught on the fence. Similar modes of dismissal. It's as if the penny hasn't dropped yet for them.
No, and unfortunately it's not even been that close to the fence. It's been a good 4 or 5 meters inside, you know. Okay, say, listen, we've been using our feet well, there's not pace on the ball, let's move our feet, let's get into those positions, let's try access behind square.
Not great discipline from the Western Province batters.
It's
looking to clear the boundary riders.
Yeah, and Zintle Kula more than happy. Take pace of the ball. She's had an excellent spell here today. Almost finishing off her 4th over. She's only conceded the 10 runs, taken 2 wickets.
So you see the new batter, Tatum LaRue, comes out to bat.
She was devastating yesterday for a cameo of 23 runs. The Western Province women would be wanting the same from her. They would really like 23 runs from here.
Yeah.
Rafiq.
She took the game forward yesterday when she came in. And again, yeah, you'd like to see a bit more sensible batting from her.
Interesting, she was striking it really well down the ground.
Last ball of this Zintle Kula over. Driven down the ground for 1. So that's the end of Zintle Kula's over. She's bowled her 4 overs, 2 for 11. Excellent spell from Zintle Kula. 113 for 6 after 18 overs. The Western Province team. As we go into the last 2 overs, your prediction 132 seems a bit far off at the moment.
Horribly far off. Seem I need to still do a lot of experience, I think.
Well, initially with the start that this Western Province team had, we almost thought that they could end up getting close to 200 runs.
Yeah.
But the spinners, the pace off has worked for those the Knights team. They've managed to pull it back. This run rate achieved now just 6.3, 113 for 6. And Giselle Janssen van Rensburg also bowling well from that Loch Logan end. Her 3 overs, only conceding 15 runs and picking up that 1 wicket. She's going to bowl her last over. And the Knights would want to finish strong.
Yeah, the Knights have really done well to give themselves a chance here. You actually feel the excitement like this. They've got a fighting chance here today as Giselle comes into ball. And it goes down leg. It's a wide called. Runs on offer there.
Singing her praises and while she's bowled today, and you see this fine leg up in the ring and she bowls that line. Not great execution. Again, just looking at the fielders out, she's got a third man out, long off, long on, the deep mid wicket. Better this time, inside edge, almost onto the stumps. And managed to go through for another single. Much better bowling that time around from Giselle.
With this run chase to come from the Knights women, I would hope that they could see, trying to clear the boundaries, not really the best option here down the ground. Maybe, we'll see, but those singles, they'll need to rotate the strike. They'll need to be very intelligent in how they go about things. Partnerships, again, very important. Western Province women had that really strong partnership setting up this innings, but they haven't had that since. As we see Giselle Janssen van Rensburg go straight and full at the wickets, and Adams trying to clear the deep mid-wicket boundary going across the line. As she gets bowled, she departs for 2 runs after 8 deliveries. Western Province women 115 for 7.
Yeah, excellent bowling there by Giselle Janssen van Rensburg. Continuing the good work as we see another batter looking to go for a big shot. And unfortunately losing a wicket, Kelsey Adams. New batter making her way to the middle, Caitlin Weingard. So 10 deliveries left in this innings.
And how quickly things change. Knights women really on top of it, being very, very disciplined. The second half of this innings, Giselle Janssen van Rensburg has bowled well. She's hitting her line, hitting her length. That one, you miss, I hit. And that's exactly that. Finding that.
Just going.
Really bowling well here. She runs back to her mark. Caitlin Weingard on strike.
Again, not great fielding off her own bowling there. Managed to go through for another single. 2 balls left in this Janssen van Rensburg over. So you see Tatum LaRue on strike.
Having struck the ball well yesterday, Tatum LaRue, her team will be relying on her to get some runs on the board now. As she goes hard at it, full and straight. Long on not able to get there as they only get back for the 1.
Yeah, so Tatum LaRue showing some intent there, looking for that boundary. Unfortunately, just short of those 2 fielders out, long off and long on. Just 1. Just down the ground for 1, down to long on. That's the end of the 19th over, 118 for 7. Western Province. Giselle Janssen van Rensburg finishing her spell, 4 overs, 2 for 20. I've got to say, Janssen van Rensburg, Kula, and the two spinners really bowled well here today. The last over for the Knights will be bowled by Yolandi Potgieter. Said earlier on that she also looks to take the pace off. Yolandi, her first over, her over went for 15.
I'm actually surprised by that, to be honest, Rafiq. Zuza has bowled well. Miane Smith still has that 1 over.
Yeah, as we see, only 3 fielders out at this stage. Going past the bat. Yeah, very interesting. Only 3 fielders out. Not entirely sure.
Might be trying to keep Caitlin Weingard on strike.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, you'd like to maximize. You can have those 4 fielders out.
Advancing, missing, and that's another dot.
Good start here from Potgieter to this last over.
Advancing
Getting down
again.
the wicket, up it, over the bowler's head. 1 bounce 4. It's a good shot there by Caitlin Weingard. Looking to use her feet, getting to the pitch of that ball and hitting it over the bowler's head for 4.
Excellent use of the feet there by Caitlin Weingard. She gets the first runs in this over. Coming down the track again, hitting too long off. And clears the boundary for a maximum. That's the second maximum of the day. And Caitlin Weingard answering the praise of Western Province here. Getting the runs. That's 10 runs in 2 balls, Rafiq.
Just a bit of momentum here. Caitlin Weingard's giving this Western Province team
And
before they start.
And she's making my prediction look ever so closer. Just let that one go.
So 1 ball left in this innings.
Hit a 4.
Good over for the Western Province team. If they do get that boundary, your 132 is spot on. Advancing straight to middle, to long off. Should only be 1. And it is only 1. And so the Western Province team finishes on 129 for 7. Weingard, a little cameo here towards the end. 13 not out. And LaRue on 3 not out. Good opening partnership between Van Niekerk 36 and Botha on 34. But you've got to say from there on in, just got to question the approach of the batters. A lot of dismissals, a lot of players caught on the boundary, looking to be in that boundary mode. And the Free State team would feel well pleased having restricted this Western Province team to that 129. They would need 130 for victory. They would be looking at their 3 top batters, Potgieter, Cilliers and Smith, to get the bulk of those runs for them.
Yeah, Rafiq, very interesting innings, change of momentum. Western Province starting off very dominant, but we saw an important lesson: pace off the ball. Pace off the ball was crucial here today, and it's going to be interesting to see how Western Province comes their approach in defending this total. I actually think it's a respectable total. I think it's defendable if they stick to their plans. Unfortunately, the Knights women lost a lot of runs at the beginning, almost looking aimless, not having a plan, costing them a lot. So if the Western Province women come out here with a very strict plan which they can stick to, we saw it was difficult to get the runs on the board. But as we saw in that last over, questionable. Should Potgieter have bowled the over? Because just a bit of pace on the ball again, and you can see damage can be done.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the Western Province team would take a bit of momentum of that last over into their bowling. And the Knights team will still have to bat well here. We saw yesterday that rotating the strike and was a bit of an issue for them. The running between the wickets was a bit of an issue. So for them to get to that total, they need to improve, especially in those two areas, not eating up too many balls. But as I said, I think a lot's going to depend on how the two openers go, Potgieter and Cilliers, and obviously Mia Naismith. But definitely they've done well to restrict them, and it's a total that you feel that they should be able to achieve.
Definitely. So, yeah, at the halfway mark between the Knights women and the Western Province women here in the Mangaung Oval, the story is 129 for 7. Western Province have put up a score looking to defend 130.
We'll chat to you after the short break. So we're back after the break, and the two freestyle openers are out in the middle. Yolandi Potgieter and Isal Saliers, the captain. They're going to look to chase down this 130 runs to win. And obviously the Western Province team looking to defend that. It's going to be interesting to see who's going to take the new ball. Tatum LaRue's taken the new ball from the Willows end.
Tatum LaRue bowling 8 on a trot yesterday, bowling really well. Knights women would be looking for an opening partnership here. Unfortunate not to get it yesterday with the early departure of Sillier. They know how crucial this power play will be to gain the momentum in this run chase. Having to bat at 6.5 and over.
If you look at this field, just the two fielders out obviously in the power play. Fine leg out, and then there's a sweeper out on the offside. Slip in place. So LaRue is going to bowl her first ball to Yolandi Potgieter. Short, straight and pull down to that fine leg area for one.
Yeah, first run off the bat of the first ball. Bit straying down leg. I might say it was getting away there.
We spoke a lot in the Knights innings, bowling innings, about their plans and their execution with the new ball. So this Western Province team would like to be on the button and look to execute to their fields. Goes past the bat. Excellent delivery there from Tatum LaRue. Bowled well yesterday, as you mentioned.
Excellent stuff there. Just hitting a length, not giving much, as it just beats the outside edge of Sillier. Drive! Oh!
Just put it down. The van Niekerk has put that down. That catch went to a left, diving to a left. She's got a hand on it. And Yolandi Potgieter.
Oh, big drive
Isal
there.
Saliers.
Yeah, Isal Saliers.
Getting a life.
Yeah, big drive. The van Niekerk able to get a good hand on it. And there was also a drop chance yesterday in the slips. Tatum LaRue just bowling a bit fuller, getting her on the front foot. And the chance does come. As we see Danae van Niekerk just struggling a bit now with her hand. As the physio just comes to the field just to have a check.
Yeah, big opportunity there for the Western Province team. Saw early on in the Western Province batting innings also a couple of chances. Not a big score that you're defending, and you'd like to hold on to those and make sure that you get those early wickets in the power play. So lifeline given to Sillier. Just a small hold up in play here as we see Danae van Niekerk getting a bit of attention. Seems like she's injured her hand in that attempt to take that catch.
Yeah, Tatum LaRue definitely bowling to a plan. Getting on the drive, just getting that bit of movement. And the Knights women obviously wanting to get runs on the board, wanting to get into the rhythm here. So yeah, pushing hard at that ball on the drive, finding that thick outside edge. Valiant effort from Danae van Niekerk. Just having her hand checked out now, walking back to the slips quarter now. Everything's seeming fine as we get ready to resume play.
We said earlier on how important it is for the Knights that these two openers get them off to a good start. Two experienced cricketers, Potgieter and Saliers. And that would have been a big blow for them had that ball gone to hand.
Hollywoodbets need this partnership to be something substantial. Full, and this time picked up and worked into deep square leg. 4 runs. Beautiful shot by Sillier. Overpitched, and Tatum LaRue gets hit for a boundary.
Yeah, not great execution there from Tatum LaRue.
Definitely a confidence boost Sillier needs after having edged the previous ball.
Just looking again at the two batters out in the middle. Gotta make sure that there's good communication, good running between the wickets. You don't want to see the Knights losing crucial wickets through a run out. We saw that yesterday. Full toss again. This time straight to that mid-wicket fielder. Getting away with that one, Tatum LaRue. That's the end of the first over. After that first over, just 5 without loss, the Knights. Could have so easily seen the wicket of Izal Sillier's. Unfortunately, that catch put down in the slips.
Yeah, eventful first over.
So we see Caitlin Weingard start things off from the Loch Logan end.
Had a good cameo with the bat. 11 runs scored in that last over. Crucial for the Western Province women, just to gain momentum going into this defense of that total.
She's got a third man out and a fine leg. Slip in place. Cut to that third man fielder. Should be coming back for the second. And they do. Again, just some width offered.
Yeah, Caitlin Weingard teasing the wide line there. As the ball goes through. Potgieter swinging hard, trying to cut that through that behind square region. Not getting contact.
This time around she does cut it straight through that point fielder for 4. Captain Leah Jones at point.
Yeah, misfield there, costing 4 runs as it just gets through the hands of Leah Jones at point. And that's a boundary to Potgieter. First one of her innings.
Short and wide. Potgieter was onto that quickly. Time around it seems like that just came back at Potgieter. Manages to keep it out. Did see Caitlin Weingard yesterday get the big wicket of Sillier's with the ball that just got nipped back, came back, trapped to LBW. Ball just defended into the covers. 1 ball left in the second over. So good into the second over by Weingard. 11 without loss after 2 overs.
Yes, This has been a conservative start here from the Knights women. 11, loss of none. 4 overs remaining in this power play. 2 boundaries that have been scored. Still looking for those singles, Rafiq. Still looking for those runs on offer. But it's always difficult with all the people in the ring. Just the 2 boundary riders. We've got Sweeper and we've got a fine leg as Tatum LaRue gets ready to continue her second over.
Just played into the covers, played to that backward point fielder by Saliers. Again, past the bat. Excellent bowling here from Tatum LaRue.
Tatum LaRue hitting her areas, keeping the batsmen quiet, making it difficult for them. So yeah, knows runs need to be scored. She needs to keep the scoreboard ticking. And as the dots keep piling up, just slightly more pressure. Tatum LaRue coming in for a third delivery. Big swing. Over, extra cover. Sweeper does well to gather it as they come back for 2.
Good work there by Kelsey Adams on that sweeper boundary. This time around it is too wide. Umpire Adele Low signals wide. Saw much improved performance from the Knights bowlers as far as extras were concerned.
Dot ball there.
Two balls left in this LaRue over. Again across the line, over that mid-wicket fielder just for 1. Again
Salier trying to access the mid-wicket region, trying to go over the top, not getting all of it. Just mistiming it. Gathered, only getting the 1 run. As Potgieter gets ready to face. Our timing hasn't just been that clean just yet, still looking for that rhythm.
With driven into the covers just for 1. That's the end of Tatum LaRue's second over. 16 without loss after 3, without the loss of a wicket after 3 overs. So decent start here by the Knights.
You know, Rafiq, we spoke about how important these 2 batsmen are for the Knights, that they have a partnership, that they do see the innings through as far as possible. You know, and we saw that great start from Danae van die Kerk and Gemma Botha. Do you want them to be pushing here, taking that? You don't necessarily that the risk of losing that early wicket.
You're still going to capitalize in this power play with the 2 fielders out, so it is a balancing act. Cut to backward point. Half stop there by the captain. Just 1. So you're still going to show some good intent in this power play, get into good positions. If the bad balls are there, you need to put them away. You want to get your team off to a good start. Don't leave yourself with too much to do. We saw with the field spread earlier on when the Western Province team were batting. They didn't quite navigate themselves properly through that phase, and unfortunately maybe left a lot of runs out on the field.
I have to agree with you there, Rafik.
Mangaung to Saliers. Display to mid wicket.
You know, Rafik, something I would have liked to see a bit more so far in this innings is from the Knights women, just working the ball a bit more intentionally, creating maybe an opportunity for that single options. At the moment they've been hitting it hard, they've been hitting it directly to the fielders, not giving themselves a chance.
Straight to this time, off the pad, just for one, to fine leg, umpire signals leg buys. You have to say both these new ball bowlers for the Western Province team haven't given them too many bad deliveries. Play and a miss there from Potgieter.
Caitlin Weingart doing well to restrict the runs, and Tatum LaRue hitting their lengths, hitting their areas, keeping the batsmen quiet. So excellent bowling here up front. These first 4 overs have been impressive so far. 2 left in this 4th over from Caitlin Weingart as she bowls to Potgieter. Fuller this time, just defended out. Excellent delivery.
Almost in the block hole there, and Potgieter as well to keep that out.
And that required run rate has just crept up to 6.9. Scoreboard pressure you mentioned in the beginning, Rafik, as to why Western Province maybe wanted to bat first.
Cut for
Cut
4.
hard.
Excellent shot by Potgieter. Just some width offered. Shortish. She was onto that quickly. A welcome boundary for the Knights after 4 overs, 22 without loss.
Brilliant shot there from Potgieter. And yes, as Rafik said, welcome boundary, and just breathe a breath of sigh of relief after a difficult over. And Caitlin Weingart would be disappointed not to finish the over strong, as she concedes 11 runs in her 2 overs thus far. As we see Tatum LaRue preparing to take from the Willow's End, her 3rd over.
Still just the fine leg out and the sweep on the offside. Straighter this time. And that fielder, that fine leg fielder, is going to run to a left. They are going to come back for the second.
Good running there, so just put a bit of pressure on the fine leg fielder.
Yeah, the fielder, Bomvana, not managing to pick that up cleanly. Again, going past the bat.
Fielders are asking the question, was there an edge? Umpire Adele is not interested. But again, really good line there from Tatum LaRue.
Jaylee Philander with the gloves today in the place of Babette de Lede. Straighter again, straight to mid wicket. Pulled straight to mid-on.
And as the fourth ball is bowled, only 2 runs so far off this over. Tetemaru would be looking to close off this over well, as the Knights, difficult, they would like to be capitalizing in this power play.
Again, just watching that go through to the keeper.
Excellent over here from Tetemaru.
The Knights will just keep one eye on that rate required. So that's 7 at the moment. And make sure that they keep that, can control that. Driven straight to extra cover. That's the end of a good LaRue over. 3 overs, 0 for 12, Tatum LaRue. The Knights 24 without loss after 5.
Yeah, Rafiq, not wanting to be too critical here on the Knights, but something needs to change. Some runs need to flow, and we saw on that over again, ball going directly to mid-wicket, going to extra cover. Just 2 meters to the right, 2 meters to the left, runs are on offer, the sweeper is out.
Yeah, so spoke about that rate required. Don't want to let that get out of control. And bowling change at the moment from the Loch Logan end. Kayla Reyneke in the attack. She's got a deep square out, almost behind square, and a deep mid wicket.
Yeah, not surprising to see, having seen how effective spin is in their innings with a bat. Western Province quickly turn to spin. Kayla Reyneke, ball from the Loch Logan end.
Saw yesterday the Knights batting a lot of dot balls. I want to make up for that today.
Get the sense that they might just be suffocated here.
Advancing, and it's up in the air. Taken. So Tatum LaRue takes a good catch, and that's the end of Yolandi Potgieter. Just a few dot balls. You spoke about suffocation and just felt a little bit of pressure there, and that eventually saw Potgieter trying to hit that over the top, unfortunately not making good enough contact, and that's the end of her for 13.
Yeah, Yolandi Potgieter has to depart for 13, and Rafiq, we've spoken, we've seen the dot balls accumulating. We said it was a problem. We saw that taking pace off the ball, it's been difficult. Potgieter and Silje not timing the ball as well as they would have hoped so far, trying to go over the top, not getting all of it, and Tatum LaRue finishing the catch at mid-off.
The new batter, Luyanda Nzuza, making her way to the middle. She's going to join the captain, Isel Silliers, who's out there on 9.
Rafiq, it's almost troubling signs for me, if there's not a change of game plan, because going over the top, we've just seen it's not been effective today. Something else needs to be done. Something else is required, and Western Province have been bowling excellently so far in this power play. Been very disciplined.
The Knights will have to have good plans against the spinners. We saw how effective the spinners were in the first innings. In the first over, they get some success, the Western Province team. Obviously Gemma Botha, another spinner, that should come into the attack soon.
The umpire just has a word. Something needs to be clarified. Not sure what at this moment.
Pull that deep mid-wicket and deep square leg out. Again, another dot ball, well bowled there by Kayla Reyneke.
Leon Jones quickly to that ball there, not giving the opportunity. And Rafika, I actually like that they haven't pushed out long on, long off. Just saying, you know what, want to score your runs? Try go over the top. See what you can do.
Oh! She came down the wicket and at the last split second she managed to get some bat onto it. Nzuza runs that down to that third man area for 4. Again, a much needed boundary for the Knights. If she missed that, you just sense that she could have been in trouble.
She definitely would have been in trouble there, but making the adjustment and getting boundary for it. First runs off the bat for Nzuza.
Played into the covers. Misfield there. And that's the end of the 6th over. That's the end of the last over in the power play. 28 for 1. The Knights. We're looking at another big partnership here. Hopefully 1 or 2 decent partnerships that can get them over the line.
Just noticing off that last delivery, there was a misfield. The batsman had him backed up. They didn't even consider the run.
Bowling change from the Willows end. He's going to be Gemma Botha in the attack. She's going to bowl her first over to Isel Siliers. She's got a deep square leg out and a deep mid-wicket. Similar field to that of Kayla Reyneke.
As I said the last over, I like this, keeping mid on, off. Just enticing, trying to go over the top maybe. Giving those scoring options.
I just think Caitlin Weingart a bit naughty. Obviously, not. We're out of the power play, obviously, so she can be just about 2 meters off the ring.
Yeah, she's hanging just behind the ring at the moment, knowing that, just enticing that shot, being ready for it.
Again, dot balls. Spoke about that. The importance of rotating the strike, making that scoreboard tick over. So Weingart just making sure that she's about a meter outside the ring. Swept to that deep square leg fielder, and that goes for 4. Good shot there by Isel Siliers.
Excellent shot there from Silya, as Botha just goes a bit down leg. And she capitalizes on it, sweeps it hard, sweeps it firm, and that's 4 runs. 32 for 1 in the 7th over.
Again, swept, this time to the left of that fielder, that deep square leg fielder, only for 1. Datum Leroux does the fielding there. And Gemma Botha now signals to a long off and long on that she wants them on the boundary. I have to remind myself that we are outside of the power play. Reverse, not executing as she would have wanted to.
Nzuza trying to create the opportunity. There is obviously the gap there behind square on the offside.
Using her feet, hitting that to long on for 1. So the end of the 7th over, 34 for 1. Knights going at just under 5 and over at the moment. Needing to bat at 7.4 from here on in.
Nzuza has advanced a couple times now. She's tried the reverse sweep now. Bit like Gemma Botha when the Knights, the Western Province innings started, trying to make something of it. It's nice to see some creativity obviously you always need to consider the risk to reward ratio. As we see a fielding change as mid-wicket goes into 45 on the off side. So both 45s in place, no mid-wicket, deep square leg and deep mid-wicket. She bowls it wide and it's called a wide by the umpire.
Yeah, interesting off-spinner bowling without a mid-wicket. So a lot of runs on offer there through the leg side.
You know, if she's going to bowl that line, you would imagine rather having a sweeper. She comes straight to this time. Zunza's not able to work it around as the keeper, Freelander, gets to it.
Advancing again, but straight to mid-on to fielder there. It looks like Seo. Again, just the dot balls piling up again. Vacant area through that mid-wicket, but she hits it straight to mid-on. Again, pulled straight to mid-on. And there is a huge vacant area in this mid-wicket area. Lots of runs on offer through that side of the field.
Silja just quickly having a word with Nzunza. They need to be capitalizing on this. Need to be looking to rotate the strike. Getting bogged down here. Run rate now only 4.7.
Swept, played and missed. Big appeal. Umpire says there was no bat involved there. Just sense that bit of pressure created here.
Yeah,
Dot balls again.
Philander has been excellent behind the stumps today. We can recall yesterday De Leer was struggling a bit. A couple balls had passed her, but Philander is making Nzunza well aware that she is there. She is ready for her.
So you see that long off and long on out. Again, big swing, and she's bowled. Spoke about the pressure and the dot balls. You could just sense something was going to happen. And Kayla Reineke has bowled Nzuza. She departs for 5. 8 dot balls, 10 balls that she faced. And as was the case yesterday, we spoke about the importance of rotating the strike, making sure that you don't use up too many balls. And the Knights at the moment 35 for 2 after 7 in a spot of bother.
Yeah, Rafiq, we spoke about this, and you know, there's got to be honest conversations in saying boundary. All have been put on the boundary. Runs are on offer. Do we really need to clear the boundary now? Do we really need to go for the spectacular shot? And it's just costing. It's just, as you say, a lot of dot balls in the over. 1 ball remaining. Brilliant bowling here from Kayla Reineke. The plan is working. They've adapted. They saw how they went around their batting, where they struggled, and they've adapted that with their bowling attack, and it's really been effective here.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see the new batter, Mianne Smith, making her way to the middle. She's going to have to face this last ball from Kayla Reineke.
As we do see a fielding change, mid-wicket is back. Long off, long on, still pushed out, deep mid-wicket, deep square leg. And the 45 on the leg side.
Kayla Reineke does tend to bowl it slightly quicker. So not sure if that sweep shot was the best option. Well bowled again. Good end to the over from Kayla Reineke. She's picked up those 2 wickets in her 2 overs for 5 runs, just conceding the 5 runs. 35 for 2 after 8, and suddenly that run rate required gets to the 7.98 mark. You've got to say, advantage Western Province at this stage.
Definitely, and you know, just looking at how the game is playing out and the excellent plans WSB Western Province are executing here. They're very calm to do this. I've got to be honest. Oh, running good line there, finding a thick outside edge, running down to third man region.
Again, a bit of a
run
mix
out.
up. The running between the wickets is a Knights.
Yeah, Miana is scampering back, looking for that second run. But we've been speaking about this traffic, and they've got the one run, but not ideal. And before I was interrupted there, at the way things are going, I don't know if the Knights will make 100. They will definitely need to change game plan here. Be calm and composed in the middle.
Long one out at the moment, deep mid wicket in the deep square leg for Gemma Botha. Again, just wide outside that off stump. Got to be careful with that line that she's bowling. No third man, and that third man area is vacant. Again, just another dot ball. Not managing to get off strike, Miana Smith.
Gemma Botha bowling really well here.
Wide
line again.
Big swing there by Miana Smith. Umpire says that was within that line. Just felt that lucky to get away with that. Maybe Gemma Botha, as we see the long off also going out. Full toss. Played between deep square leg and deep mid wicket. They should come back for the second.
Oh,
they managed to get a
miscommunication.
boundary. Or not. Two fielders almost colliding there.
I do believe, yeah, umpire has signaled the boundary. Yeah.
A little bit of confusion out there. Umpire signaled a boundary as we see Miana Smith. Still a bit of confusion. Umpire is just consulting. And they have changed their decision. So indicating there that that ball didn't get to the rope. Just 2 runs off that. And they Smith this time around, just playing it down to long on for 1.
Bringing the end of the 9th over, 39 for 2. Yeah, Rafiq. We know Miana Smith likes to feel the bat on ball. She likes to hit it hard. We did see a couple of balls go past her way on the outside of off stump. As we said, there are runs on offer behind square. We did say yesterday with the 50 over match that the Knights do become a bit two-dimensional, not looking to score around the ground. It's going to be important here today, I feel, to be looking at those scoring options.
Yeah, that pressure of the scoreboard that we spoke about. To see that run rate required, getting to that 8.3 mark. Kayla Reyneke into her 3rd over. She bowled well. She's got 4 fielders out deep square, deep mid wicket. And pulled out to that deep square leg fielder. Lara Goodall, just for 1. Long off out, long on out.
Yeah, the WSB Western Province bowlers have really come out. You could see there was a plan. They've been executing this plan and they've been really making it difficult for the Knights women to score.
Slower this time by Reyneke. And Izal Saliers just managing to play that back to the bowler. Driven down the ground to long off for 1. Giving herself some room there. Miana Smith just playing it to extra cover. Another dot ball. So good over so far from Kayla Reineke. Swept past that mid-wicket fielder, just for one to deep mid-wicket. So one ball to go in this 10th over. Again pulled straight to mid-wicket. That's the end of Izal Salier's. Just sense the pressure building again, and unfortunately the Knights players not able to rotate that strike, and that this time around hitting it straight to that mid-wicket fielder, and Izal Salier departs for 16. You've got to say, halfway through this Knights innings, it's advantage to the Western Province team. You struggle to see the Knights team winning it from here.
Yeah, as you said, as Salier departs for 16 runs after 26 deliveries, it's just simply not been there. It's not been good enough. Not been looking for the runs. Scoreboard pressure has been taking its toll. Salier trying to, they're looking to hit the ball, but also having that boundary option in there and trying to hit a bit too hard and straight to mid-wicket. Easy catch at the end.
26 balls faced, and 18 of those were dot balls. That tells the story.
That's 3 overs. So, a revision of the plan needs to take place here for the Knights, as the scoreboard says rate required 8.8. So, definitely agree with you, Rafiq. Western Province well ahead at this point.
So, Gemma Botha to continue from the Willows end. As we see the new batter, Veronisa Reddy, joining Mia Naismith in the middle. Long off, long on out, deep mid-wicket, deep square leg. Advancing. We know that Gemma Botha likes to bowl that ball almost a foot outside the off stump. Gotta make sure when you advance that you do come down in that line. Swept, top edge, over 45, and that deep square leg fielder manages to cut it off, saves 2 runs there.
Excellent work there in the deep by, it looks like Tatum LaRue, saving 2 valuable runs.
Going back to that one, Mia Naismith playing it down to that long on fielder for another single. So ready to face her first ball. Wide. Had she left that, there could have been a run for an extra run, but unfortunately just plays that into the covers.
Rate required now has jumped to 9.1.
Looking to reverse, big appeal from the bowler. So again, you just sense that pressure is mounting. Lots of dot balls. The Knights need to go at over 9 and over at this stage. Wide again. Umpire not calling that. Just feel that if you look at that line there and you look at the lines that Gemma Botha is bowling, she could feel slightly lucky that she's getting away with that. So that's the end of the 11th over. 45 for 3. Knights need to bat at 9.4 and over from here on in. And it's going to be a very difficult task for them to get to that score posted by the Western Province team.
Kayla Reineke Gets ready to bowl a fourth and final over. She's been the pick of the bowlers so far, only conceding 8 runs and those 3 valuable wickets.
Thick outside edge there by Mia Naismith, and he's going to run away for 4 to this third man boundary.
Yeah, 4 welcome runs there for the Knights women, and we've spoken about Gemma Botha and the line she's been bowling, and she's been very happy to bowl that line because unfortunately the Knights just haven't had an answer in that line. They haven't looked to access behind the square, so yeah, welcome runs for the Knights.
This time coming down the wicket and then just checking a shot, defending it back to the bowler. Swept past that mid-wicket fielder for 4.
Yeah, swept hard by Mia Naismith. Was in danger there for mid-wicket. Was very close, but she's found the boundary, and that takes the Knights to 53.
Yeah, that 53 coming off 71 balls, unfortunately for the Knights. So a lot of work ahead for them here. Naismith just working that to mid-wicket. Another dot ball for the Knights to win this game. Yeah, Naismith will be crucial. Again off the back foot straight, and they manage to scamper through for a single.
A good quick single taken there. Rafik, you seen how difficult it is to get the ball away with pace, and even with the likes of Mia Naismith, it's a tall order from here.
Much better over for the Knights so far. Obviously the 2 boundaries coming in this over. Dot ball to end off the 12th over. 53 for 54 for 3. That run rate required now 9.5. Yeah, and obviously Mia Naismith cannot do it by herself. She's gonna need somebody at the other end also to keep that scoreboard ticking over. It's gonna be a tall order to get to 9.5 and over from here on in. Gemma Botha to continue from the Willows end. 3 overs, only costing her 13 runs. Only conceding that 13 runs in her 3 overs. She's got a deep square, deep mid-wicket, long on out. Wide this time around. Again, you just look at that, looking at the field, just missing out there, Mia Naismith.
Hitting it straight back to Gemma Botha there in the wide line outside the off stump.
Pulled straight to mid-wicket, another dot ball.
We've been speaking about how difficult it is to score again today, and I think there was this realization as soon as the spinners came on what to do from a bowling side, as this one's dragged wide and it is called by the umpire. It just lets me think how good that opening partnership was from Dene van die Kerk and Gemma Botha. Really scoring well, making it look easy in the middle, because since then it's been tough going. Oh, stumping opportunity, down leg, square leg. Umpire is not interested and the wide is called.
Keeper really did well there. The umpire reckons that the batter made her ground. Excellent keeping there by Philander.
She looks sharp behind those wickets. Mia Smith just doing enough to get back into the crease before the bails were removed. But still looking for the runs on the board. She goes
Swept again. This time it's past that fielder in the ring. Great effort there by Bomvana. They managed to go through for 3, and Bomvana's done exceptionally well there to stop that boundary.
Brilliant effort there from the fielder Bomvana as Gemma Buerta just pulls that down leg again. Was hit really fine by Mia Smith. It wasn't able to have the legs to get all the way. 3 balls remaining in this over. Again, down leg. And this one beats Bomvana. And this time she will not be able to cut it off.
Another welcome boundary there for the Knights. This time around, Veronica Reddy helping herself to a boundary. So not a great over this from Gemma Buerta if you look at the lines that she's bowling.
Reddy getting the first runs off the bat. And Gemma Buerta making a change to her approach. She's coming around over the wicket. Excuse me. To Vinicius Reddy.
Full toss.
Oh, thick
outside edge. Running down to that third man boundary. Leah Jones does the fielding, but they manage to come back for the second. So again, another good over here for the Knights. Gemma Buerta, 1 ball left in her spell. She's gone for 25 so far.
If you can notice, the runs are all behind square. That's where the runs have been on offer. It's been difficult in front of square.
Full toss again by Gemma Buerta. Missed out there by Reddy. Plays that straight to that extra cover fielder. So that's the end of the 13th over. 66 for 3 the Knights. The end of Gemma Buerta's spell. She's gone for 25. Spin partner on the other end, Kayla Reyneke, she bowled her 4 overs, 3 for 17. Easily the pick of the bowler so far. So it's going to be interesting to see who the new bowler will be from the lock, Logan, and it seems like it's going to be the captain, Leah Jones, that will take the ball.
I think Mia Smith and Reddy have to decide they've got to put the throttle in here. They've got to go to another gear. Yeah, Jones bowled well yesterday. She does offer just a bit more pace. Hopefully a bit more for Mia Smith to work with. As we see Leah Jones setting her field, she's got a deep mid-wicket, a long on, long off, and a sweeper, and a 45 on the offside. No fine leg. So she'll have to bowl very... Would you like it to bowl here, Rafiq?
Well, you see, as you say that, that extra cover fielder moves into that 45 position.
Mid-wicket.
That mid-wicket position, the mid-wicket fielder moves into this 45 short fine leg area. So just looking at this field, you can't also leave the stumps. Does go to short third man.
Jones understanding the required rate 9.4, that singles are not going to be enough, and so she's opted to defend the boundary. Going full and straight, and this time on the legs, and it's clipped past short fine leg, and it's gone for 4. So missing a mark there. Really well played by Mia Smith. Excellent timing, just working that ball through the backward point. Backwards, it's really
due straight this time by Leah Jones. And Mia Naismith onto that, getting another welcome boundary for the Knights. Big swing there by Mia Smith. Play and a miss.
It would be interesting for me, Rafiq, to see a wagon wheel where the runs have been scored. And my money is it's been behind square, especially in this night's innings so far.
Spot on. This one just played to that fielder at point. No addition to the score. The Knights would need a couple of big overs here. Again, straight back to the bowler. Another dot ball.
Western Province women have been exceptionally disciplined with their line and length today. They have missed it a couple of times, but they've really not given much for the Knights women to work with. Just hitting a bit of a back of a length, not being able to go on the attack, pressing forward. Ball has not seen much too long or for long on today.
This time around, Mia Smith plays that to that deep mid-wicket fielder. They're going to look for two. And they are going to get the two because there's a misfield there on that boundary from Kelsey Adams, the fielder. So after 14 overs, 72 for 3. The Knights need to bat at 9.7 and over from here on in. Mia Smith out in the middle on 26 not out. And Veronisa Reddy on 6. Said earlier on, within this last 6 overs, they're going to need at least a couple of big overs. So we see Caitlin Weingart coming back into the attack from the Willows end.
Yeah, and just looking at that last over, from the 6 deliveries, only 2 balls there were runs scored from. And it's just not enough at this point. You've got to be looking to score from every delivery.
So Caitlin Weingart's got a long on, deep mid-wicket out. She's also going to put that sweep out on the offside. Bowled well in the second spell yesterday. And the Western Province team would be looking for much of the same.
Western Province happy to take out mid-wicket. Putting it now at short third man, short fine leg.
Into the covers. Well stopped there by Seo.
Only in-ring fielding in front of square.
Yeah. And that's unfortunately been the story for the Knights team, hitting those fielders, not rotating strike. This time around, off the pads, going through for the single. Umpire says a bit of an inside edge there. Western Province team would not mind these singles at this stage of the game because that rate required is over 10 at the moment.
Oh, big appeal. Umpire not interested as Mia Smith looks to go across the line to the deep mid-wicket region. And another dot ball.
So good over so far from Caitlin Weingart. Again, just down between long on and deep mid-wicket. Danai van die Kerk does the fielding. They're going to go through for 2. Again, down leg, umpire signals wide.
Caitlin Weingard looking for that block call delivery. Just missing it, going down leg.
54 to win off another of the last of this 32 balls left in this game. Driven down the ground, long on, running to her right and making sure that she keeps it down to 1. Good fielding there by Tatum LaRue.
She's been good in the field today, cutting off a lot of runs, deep square leg. Caitlin Weingard, very good over so far. Final delivery to come, ready on strike. Oh, and she withdraws from the delivery as Caitlin Weingard was about to deliver the ball. Caitlin Weingard's done well to hold on to that one.
Driven to long off, just for 1. That's the end of the 15th over. After 15 overs, 78 for 3. The Knights run rate required at this stage 10.4. And Leah Jones to continue from the Loch Logan end.
The Western Province women have really done well in defending the score so far. They've not allowed many mistakes, they've not given many chances to score runs, and they've controlled this run chase from the beginning. You cannot say they've been ever in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, disciplined performance from the Western Province bowlers. Deep mid-wicket, long off, long on, and a sweeper out.
As that one's just nudged to square leg as the single is taken. I must say, for the Knights, it's now or never.
They need that big over to give themselves a chance here. Big swing by Mia Naismith. Up in the air. Dropped.
Oh.
It's put down. Seo, another long on boundary, putting that down. That could be a big miss for the Western Province team.
Yeah, we knew the big shot had to come. Mia Naismith going for it. It's carried to long on, and Seo puts that one down. As we do see a fielding change as she's been put into square leg. But yes, we know it has been coming for a while, and they go through for a single. So ready on strike. She's on 9. Mia Naismith standing on 30. It's full and just pushed down to long on. Single was taken. Oh, and she bowls her. Excellent bowling here from Leah Jones. Mia Naismith looking to work that into the onside. Missing out on it, playing across the line. And Leah Jones has cleaned her up. And that is 81 for 4 here in the 16th over.
The end of Mia Naismith. She departs for 30. You've got to think that's also the last hope that the Knights would have had. As we see the new batter making her way to the middle. Zintle Kula. The Knights needing to go at 11.3, highly unlikely.
Yeah, it just feels as the Knights never really gave themselves a chance in this run chase. It's been difficult for them. But taking nothing away from this Western Province women, they have bowled exceptionally well. They've seen what works from their batting innings and they've adapted their plans and they've come out and they've executed them well.
Now looking at all 4 of those bowlers that have bowled for the Western Province team, all 5 of them have done an excellent job. Leah Jones bowling well here at the death.
I fear my prediction of less than 100 is still on the cards.
So Kula will face her first delivery from Leah Jones. Looked like it was pace off there. Just taking the pace off. That will play to extra cover. Caitlin Weingard does the fielding.
It's been a fantastic day of cricket here at the Mangaung Oval in Bloemfontein. Slight breeze.
Coming down the wicket. Should only be 1 to that long on fielder. Reddy's coming back for the second.
Oh!
If a direct hit there would have seen the end of Reddy. As it is, they do get the 2 runs. And that's the end of the 16th over. 83 for 4.
Yeah, Leah Jones happy to let that one go. Maybe he thought it was on target. Otherwise it would have been very much in trouble there.
It would have been the end of Reddy.
Excellent over by Leah Jones at 16th as Caitlin Weingard gets ready to take the 17th over from the Willows end. Her field, she's got a sweep on the offside, long off, long on, and a deep mid wicket. Short fine leg and short third man.
Going past the bat again. Caitlin Weingard saw yesterday in her second spell. Excellent second spell yesterday. She's continued where she left off yesterday.
Yeah, very consistent. It's been the game changer today.
Straighter this time, but it should only be 1 too long on. They are going to come back for the second. And again, good running there by Zintle Kula.
Quiet run rate now, 12.3.
Unfortunately, at this stage of the game, you're not going to get it in 1s and 2s. You need to also get those boundaries. Thick outside edge. That's out.
So short third man pays dividends.
Kayla Reineke, it seems, in that position, taking that catch. And that's the end of Reddy. She departs for 12. And the Knights in deep trouble here. 85 for 5 in the 17th over.
As Reddy was looking just to work that behind point, getting a thick outside edge, and goes straight to short third man.
Again, Reddy 12 of 15 balls. 8 of those 15 balls were dot balls. We've highlighted since yesterday the fact that the Knights batters struggle to rotate strike. The new batter in the middle, Ilandre Janse van Rensburg. She's got a bat at 13 runs and over from here on in. Highly unlikely. She takes guard. 3 balls left in this Caitlin Weingard over. Driven down the ground to long off. Should only be one. Kelsey Adams does the fielding. They're coming back for the second. Again, good running there by Zintlekula.
Excellent running. Knowing that the scoreboard pressure is on. And I think looking at how the game's played out, just going back to that first power play and how game changing that was, 54 runs for the loss of none. You know, we spoke about there wasn't that many plans at that moment, just too many runs being scored, and we're seeing a bit of the difference in where the game should have been. Advancing, hitting it to extra cover, they do take the quick single, and we spoke about those early on chances and how that may have made a difference, because the only people that really enjoyed the batting today, made it look easy. Danai van die Kerk, Gemma Botha. Might have been a different game.
Yeah, I agree with you. If you look at the plans and the execution of those plans. Thick outside edge again this time. It goes past Kayla Reineke for 4. Yeah, I gotta agree with you. If you look at the way the Knights started off their innings, the bowling innings, the plans was a bit questionable and the execution as well. And the two batters out in the middle really put the bowlers under pressure. Danai van die Kerk and Gemma Botha. And that partnership seems to be the match-winning one, if you look at it. So 38 runs needed of 18 balls. Leah Jones to continue into a third over. She's bowled 2 overs, 1 for 11 so far. Weingard has finished her spell, 4 overs, 1 for 26. 3 overs left. Jones will bowl 2 of those and Tatum LaRue will bowl the other. Full toss play to that deep mid wicket. Kelsey Adams this time just 1. Adams onto that quickly, make sure that he gets to the bowler quick enough, keeping it down to 1. Zintlekula on strike. Driven into the covers to that sweeper. It should only be 1 again. Good fielding there by Danai van die Kerk. Yeah, good bowling performance and in the field from this Western Province team. To long on, should only be 1. Kula comes back for the second after a bit of a misfield there by CEO again.
Done well there. I was about to say, Western Province women, we're happy with just being, with the Knights just taking singles at this point. They know it's not what's going to get the job done. They need boundaries. They need to clear the ring. As it goes up into the air to the long on region, bounces in no man's land, and it's only 1 run.
So Kelsey Adams and the CEO converging on that quickly and keeping it down to 1. .33 to win off the last 14 balls. Driven straight back past the bowler. Should only be 1. Tatum LaRue does good fielding there on that boundary to keep it down to 1. Last ball of the 18th over. Goes big, goes to deep mid wicket. Oh, misjudging.
And it's gone all the way. That's the first maximum of the Knights women's innings.
Kelsey Adams just gets herself into an awkward position there on that deep mid-wicket boundary.
Advancing, taking a couple steps in as it goes over her head. And that's 100 up as well for the Knights women as that concludes the 18th over. 104 for 5 after 18. What do you say, Rafiq? Is there hope?
I was just looking at that scoreboard and thinking 13 and over. Can they still manage to pull it off? Highly unlikely. As we see Tatum LaRue coming into the bowling attack to bowl her last over from the Willows end. Highly unlikely, but we have seen scores like that chased down before in 2 overs. 26 to win of 12.
Tatum LaRue has been brilliant these last 2 days, only conceding 12 runs in her 3 overs so far. Stepping over, trying to scoop it over the fine leg, short fine leg. Not able to do so, but they do scamper through for a single. And it is Ilandi Janse van Rensburg that is on strike.
Kula looking to access that fine leg area. Sees that as a boundary option. Driven into the covers.
Hitting hard, looking for that second. But it's quickly recovered from the sweeper region. It's only a single.
.24 to win of 10. Kula, inside edge. Just another single to the total. The Knights, they need a few boundaries here.
I should say I'm enjoying this urgency we are seeing from Sintle Kula and Ilandi Janse van Rensburg.
Yeah, it's a pity that urgency was lacking early on in the innings. All bowled there by Tatum LaRue.
Brilliantly bowled, full and on the off stump wide line, not giving Ilandi Janse van Rensburg much to work with.
23 of 8. Good over so far from LaRue. Again, just the one to that sweeper on the offside. Good bowling here by LaRue. Executing well to her field.
Excellent death bowling here. And it's what the captain would have hoped for, turning back to Tatum LaRue for her to finish the job. And she has done exquisitely so far.
Play and a miss. Excellent over by Tatum LaRue. 22 to win off the last over. It'll be bowled by Leah Jones. As I said earlier, highly unlikely. Ilandi Janse van Rensburg will be on strike. If anything, she needs to put the ball under pressure. Hopefully getting a boundary off the first ball will help.
As Leah Jones, the skipper, decides she will conclude today's proceedings. She's looking just to finish off this game quietly as Ilandi gets ready to take on 22 runs in 6 balls.
Should only be one to long off. Good fielding again from Tatum LaRue. Yeah, an excellent bowling performance here by the Western Province women.
Yeah, we mentioned the first power play, and we mentioned that last over from Potgieter being expensive, 11 runs.
Yeah, all game changing moments. Face off, driven through the covers to the sweeper. Danai van die Kerk will do the fielding. Just another single. Western Province will be happy with that. So 4 balls left, 17 to win. You're going to need a couple of maximums here if you are to win the game. Ilandri Janse van Rensburg has cleared the fence once. Excellent bowling, up in the air, taken, juggled a bit there by Bomvana, it seems, in that short third man position. That's the end of Ilandri Janse van Rensburg.
Yeah, as the required rate goes past what is possible.
Annika Swart making her way to the middle. 3 balls left. You've got to say a well-deserved win here by the Western Province team. A good weekend for them, beating the Knights yesterday in that Hollywoodbets Pro 50 match by 5 wickets. And today it seems like they will be victorious in this Hollywoodbets Pro 20 match as well.
Yeah, they've been excellent. They've executed their plans well. They've adapted their game, and yes, be very proud of it. As we see Annika Swart trying to scoop there, just hitting it to square leg, going through for a single. With 2 balls remaining, 19 required.
Good bowling here by the Western Province keeper Leah Jones. 2 balls left in this last over. She's picked up 2 wickets so far for 26. Again out to the sweeper Danai van Niekerk. Just another single.
Yeah, it's been such an impressive bowling display today. Really not giving much, just being outside of trying to force a mistake, and they have forced the mistakes. Be very, very pleased as we're about to receive the last ball of this innings and the game.
And that's the end of proceedings here at Mangaung Oval. Western Province, WSB Western Province team successfully defending their total, and they win this match by 16 runs. We mentioned some game-changing moments. Great opening partnership, batting opening partnership between Danai van Niekerk and Gemma Botha. You spoke about the momentum that they got in that last over, 10 or 11 runs of that Potgieter over. That momentum they took into their bowling, and an excellent bowling effort from them. Well disciplined bowling effort sees them coming out the victors here against the Knights, beating the Knights in this Hollywoodbets T20 match by 16 runs.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic weekend of cricket here at the Mangaung Oval. Western Province women being the winners of both matches, having won yesterday by 5 wickets, and today we always speak of small margins, and they have capitalized, they've made good decisions, they've adjusted their plans, they've been disciplined, and they've won this Pro 20 match by 16 runs.